part of the problem with the way that like comics has been bifurcated and the comic community has been bifurcated these days is just how savage and vicious people get. You can't even talk about comics because they know who you are. Now, I've been banned from a lot of different comic discussions. There was a big Discord that banned me because I just wanted to check out Andrew Tate's comic book, which I reviewed on the channel here, and I savaged it. But they were mad that I even would read it. And I'm like, well, why can't I read it? Why is it illegal to read a comic? And they banned me from the Discord for talking about that. I was banned from a couple of different omnibus groups. I'm a big omnibus collector, just because they kind of found out who I was and got outraged. But one community where I haven't been banned is Gem Mint Collectibles Spot. And I love Gem Mint Collectibles. This is not him. I could tell you that. It's probably one of my favorite YouTube channels in regards to comics, and super nice guy. His wife's a wonderful lady, too. I love both those people a lot. But you could see, like, I posted just, my review of the Ed Brubaker comic book here that just came out. And the reactions spurred a lot of hate. I mean, it's crazy. These people are not interested in actually discussing comics or checking it out. They just know who I am, so they decide to attack me. And it's a good thing. I like showing this kind of thing because it shows the cognitive dissonance in people, and it just shows how reactionary people are based on political tribes, and that it's all about their little drama in their heads and not about comics. Now, I'll talk about this, and I'll show you how insane they go to try to cancel me in just a bit. My name's John Delarose, guys. If you're new here, I cover comics, and I cover what happens in the industry that a lot of people won't cover. I also try to do comic book reviews, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in just a moment. But I'm also a comic creator, and that's the main reason I'm here. I would love for you to hit the like and subscribe button. Join us as we just have fun discussions on comics. You know, a lot of bad stuff's happening in the comic industry, and we do cover it. I try to cover a bunch of other stuff, too. This is my new comic book. It's called The Hidden Emperor. Now, if you actually watched Gem Mint Collectibles for the last several years, he actually did do a promo for my Overmind, the first book in this series, back in 2022, which I appreciate. And he did a wonderful job on that, sold us some books on his channel. Thank you, Gem. And this is the sequel. So that book was our highest regarded book of all time. This is our second highest grossing already, and we've got 16 days to go. I'd love for you to join us. If you like the classic stuff, if you like Valerian and Laureline, the beautiful French comics, Nexus by Mike Barron, if you like the 80s, 2000 AD stuff, this is going to be the stuff for you. I'm trying to bring back classic science fiction, classic comic books. That's what we love here. We're big fans of Steve Ditko. We're big fans of Carl Barks. We're big fans of a lot of stuff that like just went by the wayside. And we're trying to create our own and do things wonderfully. Our reviews are off the charts for this series. People love it. Blaine Pardo, the BattleTech legend, said I'm a great storyteller. Check this out. It's in the description below. And I appreciate you guys for backing. If you just even grab a digital version just to check things out and get in on this, I appreciate you no matter what. If you get a leather-bound version, I really appreciate you. So thank you so much for indulging us here. So this is what caused a lot of controversy. So I post my articles and some videos in here sometimes, as I do, just trying to get the word out about the channel and about my Substack, where I break a lot of news in the comic industry. And I realized very quickly as I started growing this channel that the way you phrase things, that the way you title things, the thumbnails that you put up, that is how you get clicks on YouTube. And so I would just originally, like I do every Ed Brubaker graphic novel. I'm a huge Ed Brubaker fan, and I read it the day it comes out. There's very few things in modern entertainment that I'm like day one into. This is one of them. And I saw, when I'd post that, especially when they're not Marvel and DC comics, when it's not the hot X-Men or the hot event of the year, that it, you'd get 100 or a couple hundred clicks off that. And I realized very quickly I can just title things like this and get a lot of clicks on my reviews for comics and talk about comics I love, and then grow the channel actually with that. And that's fantastic. That's part of what we want to do here. And so I titled this Ed Brubaker Destroys Mainstream Comics with Insane Satanic Houses of the Unholy Graphic Novel. Now, you get in, and I put this as insane, as you can see in big yellow letters. and then people click on it. And this review is one of my highest reviews out there. It's got 3,000, 4,000 views in its first week so far, which is fantastic for a comic book review. I highly rated it. Of course, I love it. Yes, this book has Satanism as a theme in it. It is something that actually is inside the book as characters talk about that. And it destroys mainstream comics, and that is just better than mainstream comics. If you read this, it's way better than anything Marvel and DC are putting out. So I view that as this is destroying it. Absolutely. They're crushing it. And so that's why I titled this that. And that gets the clicks. It did it. But people didn't watch the video, and you can see that they're just here to get mad at me rather than anything else. This guy was not one of them. He actually talked about the book, but that was rare on here. Who hurt you? A bunch of people commented saying this was a spoiler-free review of the book because the comments were piling on. Why don't you go call J.K. Rowling satanic and leave comics alone? Why should I leave comics alone? Mainstream comics are not destroyed. More stuff like that. That was appreciated. What do you mean satanic? God, Satan, what's next? This is literally what the book's about. This guy got really mad, and I'll show you how he started trying to get a cancel mob on me because of this after this. John, I mean this truly from my heart. I hope you step in dog crap because I made a positive comic review. My gosh. These people are absolutely insane. And that's what happened here. And because I posted that and got that Marion guy all fed up and mad because he didn't watch the video, this was my next post. I was talking about IDW, and of course they fired their publisher yesterday. Big idea that's happening here. This dude is a hack. This guy was trying to say TMNT #1 passed 300K copies. This was respectful. Vincent's a good guy, but obviously he was trying to say I was not correct in my assessment here. I know exactly what was going on. You'll have to watch the video to learn more, however. But these people don't like that I was posting that and that I phrased things in order to get clicks on my video. So they decided to go and attack me as I'm trying to scroll up through the various posts rather than actually go at this stuff. And so this Marion guy said he went insane. Jim C. Hines is a fantasy author. He's put on dresses. He's an insane leftist, and he's a hateful person that's very mad that I'm successful in what I'm doing right now. And he put together this like insane rant, which I love because it makes me look like a complete badass. Look at all this, like a wall of text about how much he hates me. And so, and he did a very good job SEOing it. So Marion here found it and was like, what do you guys think about all this? Now, this has nothing to do with comics. This is a comic book group. It is about attacking me personally and trying to do harm to me and honestly trying to get Jem, Stephen Small, to kick me out of the group. Now, Jem is a very just laissez-faire guy. He's relaxed. He just, he's not like a guy who tries to control anybody. so unlikely to happen. But you see, and also like this gets engagement for his group, so it actually is good for him. And so here's how it goes. Like these people go crazy on here. Stop using a burner account to defend yourself in this group. I don't have any burner accounts. The guy who was accused of being my burner account actually messaged me and added me as a friend. So hello, if you were watching this. I posted, here's the guy who made, this is Jim C. Hines. He's a creep. Absolutely is. Scott here says, I'm no fan of the person in question here. That's me. But I do question the existence of that website you linked to. That's Jim C. Hines. That seems really bad hobby gone really awry. This is not what we should be doing with our lives. JDA should not be doing what he's doing with his life. I like doing what I'm doing with my life. I'm making comic books and actually making a living at it, so thank you. The person who created this website should not be doing what they're doing. Very funny. I don't mean he shouldn't be writing fiction books. What I mean, the bizarrely exhaustive website that functions as an encyclopedia of his takes on people's behavior and culture war incidents. Interesting. That's your take. It's okay. That's pretty respectful, but it gets crazy. Thanks for posting this. Good to have documentation of John's pattern of narcissism, vindictiveness, obsession with painting himself as a victim. I am the victim here. You guys are trying to cancel me for no reason. I just posted a Ed Brubaker comic book review, guys. Don't get mad. I didn't know about most of this. It's consistent with the delusional, self-promoting douchebaggery I've seen out of John in this group. He's easily one of the worst people I've ever encountered in the comic book community. Wow, this guy's mad. I don't know who he is. But I just, he didn't like my comic book review, I guess. Salvatore said, look at the bright side. Someone went out of the way to write about your life. You should feel honored. No, I feel it's great. Salvatore kicked me out of his omnibus group. And I thought higher of him than that because there's a couple omnibus groups out there. Sal was supposed to be one of the better guys, but he caved to the mob, which is really sad. And he's a cancel pig when it comes down to. Posting a hit piece on a guy who's active in the group isn't doing anyone any favors. Absolutely. Name calling and trash. This dude sucks. He posted some fake stuff that goes around the internet about me. And then he keeps posting random stuff. Patreon banned me for hate speech. Yeah, that makes me based. Like, again, this is stuff that people like, and pretty funny. So I made another post to follow up on this after these guys were canceling me, and I said the cancel pigs went hard on me yesterday. I'm still here. Since the interest is on me, I'll give my top 5 favorite comic runs of all time. My favorite way to collect this is Epic Collections from Marvel, though I have a side of Eagle Moss Star Trek comics because I'm a big Trekker. Got my start in comics because I was upset with Stephanie Brown's cancellation, so I made my own similar concept in Flying Sparks. And you can grab Flying Sparks, by the way. Volume 1 is a PDF digitally. If you sign up for my newsletter, I give it away for free. So I want you to check out that series, get invested in it, and I believe in our work so much. I give out the first volume free. There's 4 more. And a companion volume after that you can purchase on my website too if you like it. But yeah, just sign up for the newsletter. Join us here. Got more than 6 figures due to great readers like you. I appreciate that. I do appreciate the readers. So this guy said this is how people talked about like suffragettes. Okay, it's rough. You don't pay attention to Star Trek at all. I definitely do. I got a couple here talking about it positively, but you see. Again, these people are just so angry at me. They want to go at me in all these comments. It's sad, but this is how people act. They care more about who you are or who they perceive you are. They don't even know who I am for real. That's the funny part. I'm a very chill guy here, and I love comics more than anything. But they care about the perception of who you are within their political, tribal ideas online more than anything else. And it's a big problem in comics. And like comics is probably the worst in terms of this regard. Everybody needs to settle down. People need to stop just going crazy over other people's opinions on what's happening in the comic book industry and what's happening in comic books. If I give a negative review to Zeb Wells' Amazing Spider-Man because they turned Peter Parker into a cuck, and I wrote that into an article, you don't need to get mad just because I wrote that. You know that it's a bad book. If IDW is having major financial problems, it's not. I'm just reporting it. I care about what's going on in the comic industry. I would love for it to correct and get some better people into a lot of these positions. And I care about the good books out there. I want to highlight the stuff like Ed Brubaker's stuff and get attention to that too. So this is where we're at. We have our culture war, and you can see these people are filled with just hate. They're not actually interested in comics. They are collecting out of habit, I think, at this point. And it's sad. They really want people like me dead. And there was a bunch of comments in there. They got deleted, it looks like, because somebody told me that I should have offed myself instead of Ed Piskor. I mean, that nasty stuff. I think that got moderated because that's actually a threat. But that was on there earlier, and settle down. If you're in this group, guys, come hang out and just let's talk comics. That's what I have my offer to you, and thank you for being here. I appreciate those who are, of course, there are a lot of defenders in there who are like, wait a minute, John's just reporting on comics news. This is a good thing, and you guys are awesome. Of course, I appreciate Gem Mint for not going and banhammering me when I just want to talk about comic books and have a nice place to do so. Appreciate it. And I appreciate everybody who is a real comic book reader, and of course, the people who check out the work the most. So thank you guys for being here. And yes, another cancellation attempt. We're going to keep on trucking on. This channel's growing, and it's all because of you. Hit the like and subscribe button. Join our community. We have a great Discord where we have some good comic book talks in there too. This is my Hidden Emperor graphic novel. Again, would love for you to check this out. If you want to support our channel, if you want to support independent comics, if you want a great story, this is going to be for you, and I appreciate you so much for being there. It's in the description below. We'll be back soon.